Hello, this is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. Today's video is the 911 call from Alex Cox that was actually made 43 minutes after Charles Vallow was murdered, even though he claims it was 5 minutes. The body camera footage that two officers wore is also in this. I rotated the body camera footage so that the characters in the body camera are perpendicular. They were both filmed at a crazy angle, so it's hard to see what's going on. And you also see Lori and Tylee show up after dropping off JJ at school and going to Burger King and I think it was Walmart to buy some flip-flops. Now, Alex Cox was the hitman for the would-be cult started by Lori and Chad Daybell, inspired by Julie Rowe. Alex Cox seemed to believe in the theory presented by Lori and Chad that an individual who is injured or mentally damaged in some way can be taken over by an evil spirit. All right, and when the evil spirit takes the body over, it puts the original soul into what they called limbo. They're frozen in a state where they can't pass to beyond the veil, as it were. So in this case, after Chad Daybell revealed that an evil spirit named Ned Snyder had taken over Charles's body, that was enough to convince Alex Cox to kill Charles Vallow. And the reason is because, as I was mentioning before, a soul gets put into limbo after the evil spirit takes over the physical body. The only way to free the soul from limbo is to kill the physical body and also destroying the evil spirit within. So after killing Charles's physical body, it freed Charles's soul from being stuck in limbo and can go behind the veil and enjoy life. Now, I believe they got that theory from The Walking Dead and from this scene right here.
My mom thought or hoped that killing them would free their souls.
And that episode, by the way, was prior to their coming up with this idea. I guarantee it, they watched The Walking Dead and came up with that theory. So as we know, later on, Tammy Daybell was murdered, and I think that's the same way that Alex Cox died, by some chemical agent of some sort. We also know that Julie Rowe said how happy Tammy Daybell was behind the veil seeing that Lori and Chad got married 2 weeks after her murder. I mean, she had barely died 2 weeks prior, and they're getting married because they were together in a previous life. So boy, Tammy is so happy for Chad. I mean, just enthralled. That's the kind of logic these people use. It's absolutely disgusting, all right? So let's get on to the 911 call. It's just going to be a picture of Alex going to the call, and then it actually merges up with the police officers showing up on scene, and then I do a side-by-side. One officer goes inside the house. The other officer is talking to Alex Cox outside, who's the brother of Lori and the hitman for the cult.
The emergency.
I shot my brother-in-law.
Okay, what part of his body is injured?
In the chest.
I'm sorry, where?
In the chest.
Okay, is he awake and responsive or unconscious?
Unconscious.
Okay, is he breathing?
I can't tell.
Okay, are you willing to go over to him and check?
Sure.
Okay, do you just let me know if you see his chest going up and down? How old is he?
It's not moving. He's 60.
Okay, and are you wanting to start CPR?
No, I don't know how to do that.
I can walk you through it.
Are you wanting to start CPR? No, I don't want to do that. One thing I was stunned by was just how upset Alex seems to be here. I mean, he almost seems on the verge of crying, but man, he's really holding it together.
Okay.
And what I want you to do is you're going to put one hand in the center of his chest.
Yeah.
The other hand's going to go right on top of it.
Okay.
And if you don't know me, that was being sarcastic.
You're going to interlock your fingers, keeping your arms straight, and you're going to press down hard and fast into his chest. You're going to go
Okay.
2 inches down and fairly quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Making sure his chest goes up between each compression. Where's the
Okay.
gun now?
It's in the other room.
Do you notice how his voice doesn't sound like he's doing a damn thing? I mean, normally when you're doing compressions like that, your voice is a little different. It's like, okay, yeah, it's like, you might have a little bit. He's talking like he's sitting there rubbing the phone up and down against his shirt.
Okay. PD, we're going to stage for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, just keep going with those compressions. PD, did you have any other questions?
Yes, what's your name, sir?
My name is Alex. Last name is Cox, C-O-X.
And where are you in the house now?
In the living room.
And where is the gun?
It's in a bedroom.
Who else is there in the house with you?
Just me.
What gun is it? Was it
It's my gun. It's a 45.
a pistol? 45 caliber pistol?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his name, your brother-in-law?
Charles Vallow.
Keep in mind, prior to this, Charles had called the police, and he really wanted them to take Lori in for mental evaluation because she had explained to him how he wasn't really Charles and that he was Ned Snyder and was really into this cult stuff, and he was worried. You could tell that Charles really loved Lori. Apparently at one time she was normal, but was she really? Because look at what happened to Joseph Ryan and Alex years prior. So we don't really know Lori, what's really going on in her mind. I do not think that she is crazy, though. I think this is all a manipulation and things that she wanted to do, and she used religion to achieve the goals.
His last name, I'm sorry.
V-A-L-L-O. Vallow.
V like Victor or G like George?
V like Victor.
Sadly, after Charles called the police and had him come over, Lori went into the police department with Tylee, and it seems like it was like a rehearsed situation and nothing was done about it. And Tylee was actually helping Lori at the time, but was paid back for helping Lori by being killed just a few months later because she was deemed a zombie too.
Well, police and medics are on the way to help you.
Thank you.
Are you still doing chest compressions with him?
Yes.
Okay, just keep pushing down hard and fast in the center of his chest.
I mean, that part's actually kind of funny because you could tell there was absolutely zero chest compressions being done during that time. He forgot, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure, yeah."
How long ago did this occur? Did it just happen?
Yeah, maybe 5 minutes before I called.
Okay.
Well, that's an absolute lie. Law enforcement, with digital information, was able to confirm that it was 43 minutes before when he was actually killed.
Just make sure you're still pressing down at least 2 inches into his chest, and it comes up with each compression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, come on. I'm tired.
Okay, were you guys arguing when this happened?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said there's nobody else there, just you and him, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Could you just let us know when it's secure?
Certainly, we'll do that.
Thank you.
And was he armed also, or just you, or what happened there?
Yeah, he came at me with a bat.
Yeah, he had that one all queued up, ready to go.
Anyone been drinking or doing drugs or anything today, or no?
I don't know, but I've never seen him that enraged before.
Well, yeah, when you are threatening to kill him, someone generally gets enraged, and there were things purposely done that made him enraged right then. I think it was like Lori took his cell phone or keys or something like that and was holding him from him. And, it was just, Lori Daybell is an absolute monster of a human being, if you even want to call her that. Maybe she was actually one of the real zombies.
Does he live there with you, or where does he live?
No, he lives in Houston.
I think what they were trying to do was set up a scenario where Charles would get angry, and then they could sort of spin it into a self-defense moment when it really wasn't at all.
He's married to your sister. Where is she?
Correct. I don't know. I think she's taking her son to school.
The thing is, I think if Tylee wasn't there, they just would have executed him when he walked in the door and placed items around. But I think their plan maybe was you need to have it where Charles is holding on to the bat so his fingerprints are on there. I mean, you could try to do that post-death by placing it in his hands, and that kind of thing. But one of the shots was actually done when he was on the ground, so he was probably still alive after one of the bullets hit him, and then another angle was at a pretty severe angle while he's on the ground and Alex is standing up.
Questions? You still doing that? Did you see anything? Any response from him?
So you can see here in the background there's absolutely no compressions being done.
He's not responding at all.
Right, because you killed him 43 minutes ago.
Some officers should be there. Let me know when they get inside to you. Is the front door open?
Yeah. It's unlocked.
Okay.
And so here we have one of the officers showing up on the scene.
Come out, walk outside with your hands empty.
Sure.
Are you able to do that with your hands
Sure.
up and empty?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your front door, right?
Yeah.
Come out this way, man. You know, no weapons?
No weapons on me.
All right, come on out this way.
Yep.
I'm gonna have you have a seat right here on the curb.
Yep. Who else is in the house?
No one else is in the house.
Okay, just have a seat right there. Yeah. Let's get FD in here.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Yeah. 18 seat secure. We got the gentleman out.
You have some ID on you, sir?
Yeah.
Now there's some really interesting moments coming up here with Alex where he is asked, what's going on? Well, he was angry with me. He accused me of something. And that's the moment where you realize, okay, he's trying to hide something.
What happened today? How did it get to this?
I don't know. He was enraged.
What's going on? What happened?
He was talking with my sister earlier.
No, what happened today, though?
So right there on the ground to the right, that's Charles on the ground there.
In the last
Right there. So he's laying on the ground.
20 minutes.
He came at me.
And in this shot right here, you can see that there's a bat, I believe, right against the mirror over
Bat?
there.
Okay, was he living here or
No.
visiting?
He came to pick up his son.
Okay, is the son inside?
No. My sister took him to school.
Okay, so it was just you at the house?
Yes.
And he came, what time did he come to pick up the son?
I don't know, 20 minutes ago maybe.
Okay, so you know who he is, let him in?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think they were talking earlier, then she left, and then he got into it with me.
Like what? What do you mean?
I don't know, he was accusing me of...
So do you hear that? He says, he was accusing me.
Come on over here. That truck's going to be really loud.
And now Alex realizes saying he's accusing me isn't the right thing to say, because what he was accusing him of was that Alex and Lori wanted him dead. Okay? I guarantee you that's what he was accusing him of. And he knows that, so now he's walking and he's trying to get out of that. He doesn't respond. Listen how weird this is. Watch.
What was he accusing you of?
See, the officer asking him, what was he accusing you of? And Alex almost ignores him. I mean, obviously he heard him, right? And we know he heard him because when he sits down, he answers the question.
He was just yelling at me.
I don't know. He was just yelling at me. So he walked all that extra distance without answering the question of what he was accusing you of, and then just goes, I don't know. He was just yelling at me. And sadly, the officer didn't press him. No, you said he was accusing you. I want to know what that was. See, that would have been great, but that's not what happened.
Okay. What was he yelling at you about?
About my sister because I've broken up the tussle with them earlier. And he told me not to interfere anymore with them or I'd pay. And he came at me with a bat.
Okay, so he showed up in the house with a bat in his hand?
No.
Okay, so...
There was a scuffle earlier with my sister and my niece. My niece got involved.
About earlier meaning earlier this week, earlier
No,
this morning?
just this morning, before they left.
Before your wife left?
My sister.
Before your sister left?
Yeah.
Okay, who lives here with you?
Nobody. I don't live here. My sister lives here and my niece lives here.
And you're just visiting?
I was visiting for the night.
Okay, so you're over here visiting your sister and your niece?
Yes.
Okay, and there was a tussle between your sister and her husband?
Yes.
And does the husband live here or no?
No.
Okay.
He lives in Houston.
Okay, is he an ex-husband or just current husband?
They're working on that.
Gotcha. So at some point earlier today, they get into some type of domestic?
Yeah, just this morning, then they left, and then he came at me.
They left meaning?
See, right there you can see the bat on the ground right there.
Who? Both of parties?
Yeah, my sister took my niece and my nephew.
Okay, so they left.
Create some space for him, and then he came at me.
Okay, but did he leave also?
No.
He stayed here?
He stayed.
So you guys are kind of talking in between or what? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a neighbor.
No, just go back. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's too bad that you want to talk to the neighbor because the neighbor would have said, you know, I heard the gunshot about 45 minutes ago now. Maybe that's what he would have said. Who knows if they talked to him later.
Thank you.
So it's just you and your brother-in-law.
Yes.
Okay, and kind of go through it. Did you say something like, "Hey, don't
there's
touch
the
my
neighbor
sister,"
walking
or-
away in the other
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
Okay.
And then he picked up the bat
Where was the bat at?
in the living room.
Okay.
The guy inside's name?
No, I haven't got it. Charles is the husband of the occupants here, but I guess he lives where?
Houston.
You know his date of birth?
No.
From Houston?
Yeah.
Is this vehicle here? How did he get here?
Is it here from Texas?
No, that's my sister's car. I think he came in a rental car. I think my sister's in it.
You think your sister's in the rental car? Okay. So you get in an argument. What is it over?
Well, it was over my sister. He was getting physical with her, and so my niece came out with her bat, and then he took the bat away from
Wait a
her.
minute, I thought you said your niece left.
She did. This is before.
Okay, so before your sister and your niece left,
Yeah.
at some point your sister and her husband are arguing,
Yes.
verbal argument, and then your niece pulls out a bat.
Well, it wasn't verbal. He was getting close, and she came out to defend my sister with her bat.
Your niece.
Yes.
Okay.
And then she poked at him, and then he took it away.
Okay.
And then I stepped in and told them they needed to separate.
Right.
So then my sister leaves with my niece.
And how long ago did they leave? It's been like an hour, 10 minutes?
20 minutes maybe, I don't know.
Okay. So not terribly long.
No.
Oh, okay.
And then he's coming back at me, and he's still got the bat in his hand. I'm like, what are you doing?
And where are you at? Where are
We
you
were
both
in the
at?
living room,
Okay.
and then I turned around, and he hit me in the back of the head with the bat. So I went to my room and got my gun. I always carry it.
You went to your room, meaning the room
Well,
you're
I'm
staying in?
Yeah.
Okay, and you brought a gun with
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Do you always
Yes.
bring a gun?
I have a concealed carry always,
Okay.
just to be safe.
Hi, who are
And this is Lori and Tylee showing up.
you? Okay, just stand over there for just a second, guys.
And then I told him to put the bat down, and he wouldn't, and he came at me
And
again.
the wife just showed up as well. So you told him to put the...
Yes.
So where are you at?
Back off.
Where are you at now? Or did you stay in your bedroom?
No,
Okay, why didn't you stay just in your bedroom, close the door? not something you didn't think about, or?
Didn't even occur to me.
Okay, so walk me through it. So you go back into your room
So I just went back to the living room. I'm like, what is your problem?
with the gun in your hand.
Yes. And I said, I want you to put that bat down. And he wouldn't do it. And he's like, and he came at me with the bat again.
I mean, so it is interesting what the officer just said. I mean, Charles has got the bat in his hand, and he goes to the room and gets a gun and then comes back out towards Charles with the intent probably to use it, obviously. I mean, he did use it. I mean, that's how you should be able to perceive it in a natural, real situation. In this case, it was all a setup, and Alex was going to shoot Charles no matter what on this day.
He'd already hit me in the head, so I shot him to stop him.
Okay, then what happened?
That was it.
And notice they have to get I was already hit in the head, because now there's already prior physical contact, so now he has a reasonable fear.
Okay. Is it Alex or Alexander? What do you go by? Do you go by Alex or Alexander?
Alexander.
Okay. Do you live
I
at
go by.
Are you working now?
I'm on vacation this week.
Well, what do you do for a living?
Oh, I drive a truck.
Oh, apparently right now he's giving out personal information.
Hey, I'm gonna get some tape.
Gotcha. The wife just showed up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some tape to take this off real quick.
Just think that for a second. Where's the weapon at now?
It's in the bedroom.
So after you shot him, you put it back in the room, or?
Yeah, I went back to the bedroom to get my phone.
Okay. And what'd you do with your phone?
It's right here.
Okay. And then what'd you do once you put your gun back? Grabbed your phone.
I cleaned my head up.
After was he laying there in the living room?
Yeah, he was laying there still, and it just took me a minute to compose myself. I mean, I was just shaking, and then I called.
Gotcha. Okay. We'll call 17 log.
Can I get some water?
Stand by. I don't have engine 2811. Just out of curiosity, how long have you known him? Long?
Yeah, 15 years.
Is that how long they kind of been married, kind of
Yeah.
thing? Do you normally have a good relationship with the guy?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. When's the last time you guys saw each other, interacted?
Last time I saw him was when he lived out here before he moved. Oh, actually, the last time I saw him was at my house. After my sister split up, he came to my house once.
This sister?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So did you sleep here last night?
Yeah.
So what time did you about wake up this morning?
About 6:30 or so.
Normal day this morning, wake up? Just
vacation,
you, your
just hanging
sister,
out. Yeah.
niece?
Gonna go do something fun today.
Anybody else in the house besides you three this morning?
My nephew's at school.
It was just
Yeah.
you, your sister, and the kids.
Yeah.
And then he comes
showed
over,
up, yeah.
and now it's about 20, 30 minutes
Right.
ago, roughly.
Roughly.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
I couldn't understand what you were saying.
No, I just needed more units because the wife is on front.
She doesn't know it's 901. I haven't told her that either. And the child is there too. So that's the wife and his child. That's regular. Okay. So what about, is this guy visiting? Yes. He's the brother of the wife. And he was staying with his sister. Okay. There was I guess it was a domestic this morning, and they left. And it was just him and the brother-in-law. And the brother-in-law hit him in the head with a bat. To his bedroom and grabbed his gun to put the bat down. The guy didn't, so he shot him in the chest. Okay. All right. So he lives in Santan Valley, just over here visiting. On vacation. So husband, I guess, lives in Texas, but I haven't got all that information. But the husband, the deceased, doesn't live in the house. He lives out of state. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So haven't even talked to her yet. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for CID to get here. Yeah. See what they want to do. So. Okay.
So do you, so you only live in Santan Valley, so why is it just easier to just hang out here?
I was just here late last night, sleeping the night.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you and your sister pretty close?
Yeah, we're planning to go.
Yeah, I mean, see, they're a little bit suspicious there. Like, why was he there that day? And on the very day that he's there, there's a murder or a killing in the house. It wasn't deemed a murder at the time. It was self-defense. But I think since that time, it's clearly been established through digital information and communications that this was a planned murder of Charles Vallow. And Alex was more than willing to do it to free Charles's soul from limbo, thus destroying Ned Snyder and the evil spirit within. Yeah, anyways, let's continue on with this.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So that's a one way. So we got to be able to let people out onto that street, but so we got to move that south tape. Okay. All right, let me get your information. Does your husband live here or no?
No,
Oh.
this is Houston.
Gotcha. Okay, you guys
We're
got it.
separated.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me just get your. Do you have a driver's license with you? I can just grab it.
Again, I mean, look how absolutely devastated Lori is right here.
Thank you.
I mean, smiles and
L-O-R-I. What does your middle initial stand for?
Noreen.
Noreen. N-O.
R-E-N.
V-A-L-L. What's a phone number for you, Lori?
give me a call later.
You live here though, not in Santana. This is your home.
Right,
Gotcha.
right.
Right. Can we get on with this, please?
We just moved in here.
We just moved in here, she said.
Gotcha. How long have you guys lived here?
And then he says, how long have you lived here? That means he wasn't really listening. And then she's like, excuse me?
Okay.
How long have you lived here?
Like 3 weeks.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just said we just moved here. Like 3 weeks.
That's why the neighbors don't know us.
God, that's so funny.
Sorry.
Hi,
Are you
neighbor.
working at all?
No.
Okay. And you're still about 5'6", 120?
Look at that. 5'6" and 120. Look at the smile. I'm in such good shape. And then Tylee probably said something. Hey, come on. And then she goes, what? What? You know, and all the while, she knows that Charles is dead on the ground. So this is her attitude right here. It matches Alex completely. I mean, these two people do not give two craps that they just killed Charles Vallow. Now, Lori's happy because she wants to move on to Chad. Alex is happy because he thinks he killed a zombie that was used to be Charles. I mean, they're heroes, for God's sakes. Without them, Charles would still be stuck in limbo.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello, young lady. And let me just get your information.
And this is Tylee here. She knew too much. Plus, she's a free-spirited person. So Lori had to deem her a zombie, I think, 3 months after this, and she was killed.
How old are you?
16.
16? Okay. And that's mom? Okay, what's your first name, hon? How old are you again?
16.
16. Do you have a driver's license?
I do. It's inside.
Nice. So you're a new driver, huh? How do you like that?
Well, almost 17.
Almost. Oh, so you're an old hat then.
Yeah, I drove here from Texas by myself, so I'm pretty used to it by now.
Okay. What's your birthday, hon? And you live here with mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how tall you are? What do you think you weigh?
Probably like 5'1" maybe.
Mm-hmm. What do you think you weigh?
160 maybe.
Okay. Red or that's brown for sure. Oh, blonde too. You guys, I'm gonna list you as a blonde young lady here. You got, and then blue eyes.
Yeah.
You have very blue eyes. That's not under debate. Do you have your own phone number?
I do.
I mean, the officer was really kind to her and nice, but I mean, Lori's over there snickering and smiling the whole time.
Okay, hang tight, guys.
So that's it, everybody. I'll put a card at the end of the video so that you can watch the longer version that's out there with no commentary. It has the large, each camera on the screen individually at the end. So it plays it side by side, and then it goes through each camera individually, and the Lori and Tylee interview and all of Alex a little bit closer up. Okay, so as you can see in here, this is it was obviously a murder from the start. For some reason, some of the people on scene didn't really think so, but I believe the detectives did from the beginning. At least the one that interrogated him. That's what he says later. But nothing was done about it for years. In fact, Alex was never charged. And it was only after all the revelations of all the other murders and incidents that happened that they went back and re-looked at that. But by that time, Alex was already dead. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, if you will. Put a comment in the comments section and let me know what you think about what you just saw.